Hello, so welcome to our mother warming session. This is Kelly and I'm Sally. So I'll just be explaining as I go through, and this is exactly what I would do in a one-to-one session as well. Okay, so we'll just start. I'll just pop an eye pillow over your eyes to start with, Kelly. And you don't have to do anything. So I'm just going to give the legs a little bit of a stretch. So just with both hands, just gently lift the lower leg up. You've got a bolster under the knees to support the knee joint. And just give a gentle pull just to make some space in the hip joint. And just going to relax that down. And then other one, gently lifting up. And then relaxing down. And then we'll just let the feet relax. I'm just going to give the feet a little bit of a squeeze as well. Just have to check they're not ticklish, which I didn't, but hopefully you're not. Okay. And then I'm just going to come up the other end and just press down onto the shoulders as well. So just leaning over, and then I'm just pressing down onto one shoulder and then the other. That's it. And then just encouraging some nice deep breathing as well. And then I'm just going to press down as Kelly exhales. I'm just pressing down onto both shoulders now. Again, nothing too heavy. When someone's postnatal, their shoulders can be a little bit vulnerable. Well, all the joints can be. So just nice and gentle there. And then I'm just going to bring my fingertips up the back of Kelly's neck, just all the way up into the nape of the neck. And then I'm just gently drawing the head towards me, just to get a feeling of space in the head and neck. And I'm just going to do that 3 or 4 times. Again, just nice and slowly. Do it one more time. Okay, and then I'm just going to move back down towards Kelly's feet, and I'm just going to start doing the scarves up. And then I'm going to come back up and just give Kelly a little head massage. So we've got one scarf just underneath the calf muscles. I just tend to place the scarves where there's a bit of flesh, so we're not tying scarves around knee joints, etc., because that might be a bit uncomfortable. So I'm just bringing that together, and then from there, just going to make a loop and just make a really loose bow so it's easy to undo. And that's still quite loose. I haven't pulled the legs all the way together because that might be uncomfortable. So now Kelly's legs can just rest out into the scarf there. Okay, and then the next one is just underneath the hips. So I'm just going to shimmy the hips a little bit just to release the sacroiliac joints. You relax, you don't need to do anything. Okay, so the scarf is all the way underneath the hips, so it's supporting the whole pelvis. And then I'm just pulling up the here. I'm going to bend the knees slightly and then just give the hips a little bit of a shimmy. Okay, now when you hold the scarf, have your hands in the position I've got now, so the thumb is forwards. Otherwise, it can be a little hard on the wrist if you hold it in a different way. I just find this the most relaxing on the wrists. So just giving the hips a little bit of a shimmy there. That should feel quite nice on the lower back as well. And then I'm just going to tie the scarf together. Again, just being sure not to do it super tight. So just drawing that together. You can go a little tighter than for the lower body because the pelvis is pretty solid. Does that feel all right? Not too tight? Okay. And then from there, just tying that into the bow as well. And then I'm just going to come round just to the top of the mat now. Just going to do that last one. So from here, so this should feel like a nice hug. So again, just bringing the scarf together, just being careful of the chest, so nothing too tight again. And just nice little hug. And then I'm just going to do that up one more time. Okay. And then I'm just going to tuck that in so the tassels don't tickle. And then I'm just going to support the arms with a couple of cushions as well. So your mum might try and kind of help you to do it, but just invite them to stay nice and relaxed and you do the work. So I'm just going to lift one arm up, just pop that under. Does that feel comfortable or do you want it a little higher?
A bit higher.
Okay. Is that okay? All right, and then I'm going to pop an eye pillow just into the hand as well. Just so you get that nice feeling of grounding. So we'll do that, make sure I get that same height the other side. That's it. Okay. And then just tucking that on. So the eye pillow is just tucked under the thumb, in between the thumb and the first finger, just so you get that nice feeling of grounding. And then from there, I'm just going to give Kelly a little bit of a head massage. I'm actually going to use some essential oils. I've got some bergamot here. I'm not putting it on the skin. I'm putting it on my hands, just so it's not too intense. Yeah. So I like bergamot. It's quite enlivening without being too intense, too stimulating. And I'm going to also put a tiny bit of orange on there as well. Okay, so I'm just going to hold my hands now over Kelly's face so she can take a few deep breaths if she wishes to. That's it. Great. And then I'm just going to press down onto the shoulders again. And you can kind of just be a bit intuitive here, just go with the flow. So if you are getting some pushback from the shoulders when you press down, it might be she's not ready for you to do this. So you could just ease off and maybe move up towards the head. But if you can feel the body softening a little bit more when you work like this, you could just hang out here a little bit longer. So again, I'm just pressing one shoulder and then the other. And then next, I'm going to watch Kelly's rib cage, see when she takes another inhale. And then on her next exhale, I'm just going to press down again onto both shoulders. Okay. And then just bringing the fingertips again around the back of the neck. Again, I'm just gently pulling the head towards me. So again, nothing too intense, just nice and gentle. So just getting that feeling of space through the neck, spreading out my fingers a little bit. And I like to, as I draw the hands up, so going like this, I just press my fingertips into the scalp a little bit as well. And then next time I bring the hands up, I'm just going to place my thumbs to the temples and just circle the thumb around. So just a little bit of a massage. Again, nothing too strong. We don't want to overstimulate the tissue around the head. That can lead to headaches. So just nice and gentle. And then I'm just taking the thumb all the way up the hairline. So just meeting in the middle there. And I'm just with my fingertips and thumb just going to give the scalp a little bit of a squeeze. And then I'm going to do all that again. So just circling around at the temples. Again, my fingertips are just supporting the head a little bit there, just pressing in gently. And then again, I'm just going to bring the thumbs all the way up the hairline. Okay. And then I'm just going to keep my thumbs and fingertips where they are. Now it's just cradling the head and just circling the finger and thumb tips around just to give the scalp a little bit of a massage. That's it. Yeah, so just continue that slow, deep breathing, just letting the jaw soften a little bit too. And then just a few more strokes upwards. And this isn't set in stone, you know, everyone will respond a little bit differently. If the person you're with easily relaxes, you might like to hang out here a little bit longer. They're quite responsive. Or if not so responsive, it doesn't feel quite right, then just move on to the next part instead. So this time, as I bring the hands up, I'm just bringing the thumbs again along the hairline. And then when the thumbs meet, I'm just going to keep the hands there. I'm just going to press the fingertips into the scalp and the thumb tips just into the center of the hairline there. Just a little bit light massage. Okay, and then just gently drawing the fingers and thumbs away. And then from now I'm going to use my singing bowl. So I'm going to start from the feet and work my way up. So we work our way up the chakras. Now, singing bowls are lovely, but they can be quite overstimulating for some people. So I'm just going to tap it very, very lightly. So you just let it rest into your hand. And then from there, just tap the edge of the top. So just go quite gently over the solar plexus because it's a very sensitive area. Over the heart. Throat. Third eye. And then to the crown. Again, I go quite light around this area because it can be quite, a lot of sound can be quite overstimulating for some people when you get to the crown chakra. And then I'm just going to leave Kelly in Shavasana. I'm just going to pop her blanket over her. Just tucking in. And I'm just going to leave Kelly to rest for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so Kelly had about a 10 to 15 minute Shavasana there. So now I'm just going to very slowly bring her out. I'm going to start from the feet and move my way up. Okay, so I'm just going to bring the blanket up just to try and get to the scarf around the lower body. I'm just going to nice and gently release that. And then just release the scarf around the pelvis. So that's why it's nice to do it in a bow, because you can just do it nice and smoothly in the release. And then just taking the eye pillows out of the hands. I'm just going to take the eye pillow off, so just give them a little warning that you're going to do that. And then when you're ready, Kelly, just bring the knees in towards the chest. You might like to do one at a time. That's it. And then rolling onto your side when you feel ready. Please don't rush. And then just pressing into the hands and just coming up when you feel ready. And then just keeping the eyes closed, you're going to rub the hands together. And then once the hands feel nice and warm, just rest them onto the closed eyes. And then just letting the hands relax down, just opening the eyes when you're ready. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. There's some fruit, biscuits, ginger tea, ginger and lemon tea as well. Lovely. Come again, definitely.